Hi everybody, welcome to Sprocket Man Designs. You might have noticed in the middle of my workbench there is a stainless steel mixing bowl. Panic not, this is not going to turn into some sort of cookery program. My lady wife has challenged me to make a small water feature. And at the moment I've got as far as she handed me a stainless steel mixing bowl. Right now I genuinely don't have a clue where I'm going to go with this. It should be entertaining if nothing else. Part of my mind seems to think I should have gone out and got a little water pump of some description before I started. What I will probably do is visit the land of Amazon and see if they do a small, relatively low powered pump. The reason I say that is a few years ago I built a water pump out of, funnily enough, another one of my lady wife's stainless steel mixing bowls. Admittedly it's about 5 times the size of this one. A couple of old hubs, a rim, some spokes, and you know, if I remember to make a video of it while it's working during the summer, I will, so you can actually see that one in action. But the pump that one's got is so efficient that on a really bright sunny day and a slight breeze, it'll empty itself in about an hour. I really should have read the design specs on that one a bit more carefully before I started on it. Anyway, back to this. What I'm currently toying with doing is, when we were emptying the shed out of old and decrepit things last year, we discovered we got a shed load of poles for old cheap gazebos but no covers for them. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking the gazebo poles, which is just a standard, I've lost my magnet, I think they're steel, yeah, it's just a thin steel tube. Where is my magnet gone? Oh, I'm going to have to do a big dive to find that, I think. Mostly because I can't see it. Rats. Or words to that effect, anyway. Right, yeah, my welding magnet has, in actual fact, vanished. I knew I should have gone hunting for it when I dropped it the other day. Oh well. Hunt for that some other time, because I'm not in the mood right now. So yeah, back to this. What I'm thinking of doing is cutting it down to a series of lengths, sort of like that, not any specific length, just random ones, and sort of building a tower in the middle, so the water will come up probably through the middle one. And it's just occurred to me I've got some brightly coloured anodised tent poles that were being thrown away. It might be a bit of fun if I can decide what I'm going to do about these. Might be a little bit of fun if I create a shape using the bigger ones in the middle there, and then in the edges, in between the bits of pole that you'll be able to see, cut down the aluminium ones and glue them in. So I think the place to start, as ever, as usual, delete as applicable. Will be to just pop this into the vise. Take the paint off. And then try and decide what kind of length I want to work at. Helps if you turn the power on. One day I'll do that before noticing that I haven't. In previous videos I was making a clock for the lovely guys and girls at Spray Quick Powder Coating. You did see it before it went off to powder coat. To date, I think they've been so inundated with their actual work, they haven't had time to powder coat their own clock. So if they ever get that finished, I'll get a picture of it for you and let you see what it looks like. In case you watched those videos and thought, why does he appear to suddenly start talking halfway through a word? It's my own daft fault. I basically recorded the making of the whole thing. I think I did it in a day, and it never occurred to me to occasionally pause the recording while I was working. So while it's quite a long process, you basically get to see me build it in real time. And I've discovered playing with this now just how thin and nasty this metal is. So I wonder these actually stay up once you've got the cover over them. You'd think the slightest breeze and they just bend. But you know, there we have it. That's going to be it for now. Mostly because, God, I've almost gone through that, and that's just with a linear. Wow, that's nasty. It's now making me wonder whether this will hold together if I do turn it into a water feature. I've also got to find out from the boys at Spray Quick whether or not they can powder coat this in such a way that the insides will get a layer as well. Because there's no point doing the outside, filling it with water and then it rotting from the insides out. But that's something we can worry about another time. I do like the way that's come out. It's quite, as you can see, kind of shines and sparkles and basically appeals to the magpie in me. Right, until the next part of this excuse me, madness takes place, see you in a bit.